There lies a ruined city, lost to the sands.
Haven't we all been playing Unreal Tournament, Doom and/or Quake in the past, or even now? I sure did. And as with many other games, I have always tried to imagine them in VR. But for some reason, I never did that with these fast-paced FPS shooters. I always was convinced that these games could not work or would not be fun in VR. But then I came across the game Everslaught, and oh boy was I wrong, because this game is the beginning of something big. And here is why. Everslaught is an action RPG designed to take full advantage of VR motion-based gameplay, transporting you into an atmospheric world full of mystery and danger. Traverse an ancient city with amazing detailed environments and randomly generated dungeons. A place where you can discover many weapons with unique abilities that you later can upgrade. The moment you launch up the game and click Start New Game, it immediately drops you in front of a campfire. And the first thing you notice is the amazing graphics. And oh boy, what is it refreshing to play a VR game made with PC VR in mind, and not with the idea of also having it to run on the Quest 2. The game starts amazing outside an ancient ruin and lets you teach the basics of the game. You quickly find a sword and fight off the first skeletons.
Oh, look at that. Our first victim. Get that.
Not much later, it introduces you to the dash ability that actually works really well and is a must-need to evade the attacks of some enemies later in the game. And again, I want to address the graphics. The ancient city you enter in the beginning gave me goosebumps. I was constantly thinking, this is only the beginning of VR. Imagine the games in 10 years. The first 30 minutes you are mostly fighting outside an ancient temple where you learn new abilities that you can later always use during combat. It introduces you to the Gauntlet of the Order. The gauntlet you carry in your left hand, and after each time you kill an enemy you collect blood. The blood can be spent to heal yourself up when injecting a needle from your left hand into the inner wrist of your right hand. I love the mechanic instead of just picking up health potions or items. It feels very satisfying to heal yourself in this game. Later, I was very surprised that the Gauntlet of the Order had two more special abilities, as it was also carrying a hand cannon. The hand cannon you activate by putting your hand upside down. And I can tell you, killing enemies this way with the cannon is so freaking satisfying. A 2D game can't recreate that same feeling. The cannon does not have unlimited ammo. Like healing yourself with the blood you collected, you can only shoot when having enough blood collected yourself. So you have to watch out to not use the cannon too much when on low health. You could then better use the collected blood to heal yourself. Last but not least, the Gauntlet of the Order also has a grappling hook which is situated on the top of the gauntlet. You can either use the hook to quickly maneuver from wall to wall or to grab an enemy to launch yourself towards him. The hook has a small cooldown, so you don't have to sacrifice the blood that you have collected. But again, these mechanics feel oh so satisfying. After the tutorial, so after you learn the mechanics, the real game begins. You are then greeted into your new home called the Lair. From here you can either store the weapons that you have found or buy and upgrade new weapons with the gold you have collected. From the Lair you can also enter a randomly generated dungeon. The goal of the game is to enter the dungeons, collect as much blood as possible, and after every dungeon run you sacrifice the blood at a device to earn rewards and level up. Here you can also spend ability points in one of 3 classes: the Warrior, Rogue and or Vanguard, which give different positive abilities, like more health, being faster or lower cooldowns on the grappling hook for example. You can distribute the points however you want. The game feels great. Although as the first tutorial level got me really excited and I could not wait to see what bosses I had to face, the game right now offers only 4 different enemies that I could see. Regular ones, archers, heavies and some fiery shamans that explode. But as the game is in early access, I have high hopes that the developers will add way more content to the game. So you can expect a new review as soon as the game is launched or when they add new content. Do also keep in mind that the game has no story. You basically start in a new dungeon, go in, kill everything you see, collect blood and reach the end. You advance slightly more, become more powerful and do it all over again. In the end, the game looks absolutely fabulous and the gameplay feels great. The game actually makes you feel powerful that only VR can do. With a bit more focus on extra content like diversifying the enemies, this game can become a real gem. And for the ones that can't wait, the game is in early access, and if you like RPG roguelike games, this VR title is a must buy. It's a nice casual game with simple controls and it is easy to get into, as long as you are okay with speed.